Giles Whalen. I am the Chief of Surgical Oncology here and the Deputy Director of the Cancer Center of Excellence. And for this group, I think my most important qualification is I'm one of the guys who works with Laura Lambert and Dr. Mary Sullivan. It's my pleasure to welcome you to this symposium on pseudomyxoma peritonei today, which Dr. Lambert has organized. As you know, pseudomyxoma peritonei is more than just a tongue-twisting, albeit somewhat euphonious name. It is a complex problem, and perhaps even more complex than the name suggests. To treat this problem requires a dedicated and skilled group of medical professionals. The operations that we do for it are indeed long and arduous, both for the patient and also for the surgeons, and the recovery can be long, although with the help of some of the people that we have, like Dr. Sullivan, perhaps not too long. The emotional ups and downs in this disease process, I think, are completely wrenching. To manage all of this requires exceptional physicians and nursing staff. And we feel that we're indeed fortunate to have them here at UMass. We managed to recruit Dr. Lambert back from MD Anderson. She's a native New Englander and so wanted to come. Dr. Mary Sullivan, who is one of our homegrown treasures here at UMass, has been, is the advertisement that some of you may have heard on the radios. You were UMass, and that would be Dr. Sullivan. Our keynote speaker today is another pioneer in this area. We have a number of people up from the University of Maryland, but our keynote speaker is Dr. Richard Alexander, who is a renowned surgical oncologist, and before he was chairman of surgery at the University of Maryland, led the NIH in developing and pioneering regional therapies for impossible cancers, including pseudomyxoma peritonei, and in fact had really mounted one of the first clinical trials in one of our national organizations, the American College of Surgeons Oncology Trials Group, testing some of the major questions in pseudomyxoma peritonei. We have an all-star cast of other folks, Dr. McAvoy from University of Maryland as well, and folks from Dr. Goodman from Tufts. So I think it's going to be a terrific program, and I'm very much looking forward to it. No matter how well we think we're doing with this disease, obviously one of our major concerns is that we do this better. Our goal in this matter is to come up with better solutions to keep this disease at bay, to cure it if at all possible, and to the extent that it's humanly possible, to alleviate some of the suffering that it causes. To do this is going to require dedicated, specialized medical teams allied with the scientific side of the community, and our chief of our director of the Cancer Center, Dr. Michael Blute, who can't be here today because he's down at the NIH at the Atlas Genome Project, would tell you if he was here that what we have done is organize the UMass Cancer Center of Excellence along the lines of disease site groups, where we will bring together the researchers, for example, that live and work in this building, some of our resources from quantitative health sciences, where we look at how we can use information and population science to help us understand some of the causes of a problem like pseudomyxoma peritonei, some of the biorepository data that we've built for data to tell us some of the abnormal findings of the tumor itself that may suggest targets for therapy, the clinical trials units that we've gone ahead and developed. All of this is being focused to improve the lot of people with particular cancers. We have a GI cancer program, and in that GI cancer program we have selected a number of difficult tumors to specifically attacked. And one of those is actually the peritoneal surface malignancy program that Dr. Lambert is in charge of. So we're very excited about what this all leads to. We anticipate that it will go on, and that someday soon we will be able to alleviate the suffering that this disease causes and ideally cure it, and even better, perhaps prevent it. Now, a symposium like this can't get off the ground without a lot of help. And the person who has really done a great deal for this, aside from Dr. Lambert, is Dora Halleck, who has put this together, and I really want to thank her for getting us all organized. Dora, you're in there somewhere. There she is, in her orange suit. And Dr. Peggy Thrappis, who has done a great deal to get these beautiful brochures out and the word out and help us pull all this together. Finally, I know the Pseudomyxoma Peritoneum Research Foundation has played a major role in bringing this together, and I think the alliance of advocacy groups and research foundations around some of these problems is critical to achieving what we all want to achieve in this regard. I also want to thank Terry Russo, who is also helping and has got an enormous bouquet on her lapel to let you know who she is. So she's unmissable, and is going to be acting as our MC today. And invite her up to talk and fill you in on some of the good things that are happening today.
And this is our first, and I'm going to say PMP because I'm chicken. Symposium. We hope it'll be held on an annual basis. And again, I'd like to reiterate what Dr. Whalen said and thank our sponsors, the Pmp Research Foundation, the University of Massachusetts Medical School, Medical Center, and the Cancer Center of Excellence. So we have a great day planned. The day includes a keynote speaker and a variety of presentations, and there's some educational tables in the back of the hall as well. So you received a bright orange bag today, okay? In your bag there's an agenda, there's evaluation forms for you to complete, and we really encourage you to complete the evaluation forms because we go through them and take all your feedback very seriously. So we really appreciate you to take the time to fill out your evaluation form. We are offering nursing continuing education and continuing medical education. Evaluation packets are available up in the back. There'll be a panel discussion at noon. We ask that you write down questions for the panel on either a card that's at your table or there's a notebook or a notepad in your orange bag as well. So if you could write questions down, and someone will be around to collect them. Just a few housekeeping items. If you can silence your pages and cell phones, the restrooms are to my right. And also there are free parking vouchers today. So in your bag there's instructions on how to use the vouchers, but the parking vouchers are at the back table as well. One other exciting thing is that there's going to be a few raffles today. Just by spending the day with us, you were given these yellow raffle tickets, and this will raffle off 2 Red Sox tickets. That game is going to be held on June 21st. We're also selling raffle tickets. One night, there's 2 separate raffles. One night, a stay at the Boston Copley Place Marriott, and another is a Boston Red Sox basket. And in that basket, there's 2 Red Sox tickets. And that game is on June 22nd. Tickets are 1 for $5, 3 for $10, or 7 for $20. Anybody have any questions about all that? All right. So at this time, it's my pleasure to introduce Sharon Helka. Sharon is Senior Vice President at UMass Memorial Medical Center, who oversees the Cancer Center of Excellence. Sharon?
This is our first symposium on this topic, and we believe this is going to be a critical day for you, but also for us. Our goal is to share information and knowledge on a disease topic that is also called the silent cancer. And what you will hear today from our experts in this field is information regarding signs and symptoms, treatment options, medical and surgical therapies, and you will also hear a lot about research. And it is our research that allows us to advance our care for our patients and for our community. Now, one of the things that Terry mentioned is in the bag, you have something that we're going to ask you to fill out at the end to tell us about how you viewed today. And why is that important? It's important because we want to learn on how we can better share information to help you and to help others. And one of the things, because this is such an important topic and our first symposium, what we are going to ask you to do today is to take something away that you can share with a family member, a friend, or just anyone in the community so that we can spread the knowledge that we have today, because that's the only way we're going to be able to advance with this disease. So with that, on behalf of UMass Memorial Healthcare and UMass Medical School, I welcome you today. Enjoy.
Just on the raffle, you know, we tried to get the night at the Marriott and the Red Sox tickets in the same evening, but it's absolutely impossible to do that when you're asking for donations. So we decided we'd keep it separate. The Pmp Research Foundation is proud to collaborate with the UMass Memorial Medical Center through sponsorship of today's symposium. Let me begin by thanking Dr. Laura Lambert, Dora Halleck, and the UMass Planning Committee for an outstanding job creating today's symposium, as well as today's presenters. We also are thankful of all the patients that are in attendance today, including patients from as far away as Seattle, Texas, and California. I'm excited to take a few minutes and share our foundation's story with you. For most of our board members and our many supporters within the patient community, our stories are very similar. The story begins with a diagnosis of PMP, appendiceal cancer, or oftentimes a misdiagnosis of PMP, followed by a struggle to understand this disease and seek out potential treatment options. Often this occurs in an environment where the doctors being consulted for treatment and diagnosis have never been exposed to PMP and have limited or no knowledge of the disease. For patients, it can be a roller coaster of emotion, with decisions being made having life or death consequences. For Judy Culbertson and I, that journey began in 2004 when her beloved husband, Dutch, and my best friend was diagnosed with PMP. Dutch lost his courageous battle to PMP in 2006. Following Dutch's passing, Judy set out to make a difference for Dutch by raising funds for PMP research and education through a cancer walk in the Philadelphia area, only to discover that there was really no central charity to donate it to, and we were left with some indecision at the time. Fortunately, in late 2008, as we considered creating a foundation, we were fortunate to discover the newly formed Pmp Research Foundation. The foundation was created by Lisa Luciano, a courageous PMP patient and mother of 8 children, who recognized the need to support the medical specialists through funding research and the patient community. Lisa created the foundation, along with her co-founders, a group of individuals affected by PMP, including Jerry Lewandowski, who's here today, Mike Dvorsky, Dan Luciano, and Kathy Hoover. Susan Ortega, Judy Culbertson, and I subsequently joined PMP RF after they were founded. The Pmp Research Foundation is an all-volunteer organization, and our mission is from the heart. Board members volunteer their time after their full-time careers for this cause, sometimes between treatments and hospital stays. Although we are in our infancy stages, as a foundation, we have begun to build an organization that will hopefully improve the quality of life for patients and hopefully someday bring a cure to PMP. Our stated mission when we began was to raise $1 million during a 3 to 5 year period to fund important research. Since 2008, we have raised $450,000 and have awarded 6 research grants of $50,000, with 2 more currently in the process that will be awarded this year, and hopefully more. Additionally, we are positioned through our infrastructure and friend-raising website to accelerate the fundraising effort and research, given we receive additional involvement by volunteers in the PMP community. In October of this year, at our 3-year mark, we will have surpassed the midway point and will be on target for our $1 million goal. General donations and cancer walks drive those results. The Summer Scurry in Ohio, the Dutch Walk in Philadelphia, and Saturday, our third walk was held, the Pump Out with Jeff in North Carolina. We also have an exciting event this summer when Brenda Carawan, who has a friend with PMP, is raising funds by running in the Badwater Ultramarathon, 135-mile run in Arizona in July. She said to mention if anyone is willing to participate with her, please step forward. The formation of our Professional Advisory Board of Specialists last year and the creation of our PMP Education series of symposiums will also serve to strengthen our foundation and improve the awareness of this rare disease. To our specialists, Laura Lambert, Dr. Alexander, and Dr. Goodman, we thank you for your leadership and support and ask for your ongoing support and participation within our organization. To the doctors, nurses, and students in today's audience, we are appreciative of your attendance, and we firmly believe that you will be able to apply the education that you received today and affect the outcome of patients in the future in a positive way. To the patients in the audience, we want you to know that you are not alone, that we are here to support you and invite you and your family members to join us and support us. Stay strong and never give up. After lunch, we'll be holding a separate meeting in the back of this room for anyone interested in learning more about the PMP Research Foundation or interested in volunteering or becoming involved in the foundation. During today's session, you will gain great insight into the disease from the specialists, and you will hear some very compelling patient stories. On behalf of the PMP Research Foundation, I thank you very much.